to my channel, and for those of you who are new, welcome. It's good to have you here. For those of you who don't know, my name is Ego. I'm a law student, lifestyle vlogger, and YouTuber. So before we get into today's video, I just want to say, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell notification so you never miss a video. Okay, so as you can tell by the title of today's video, today we're going to be talking about coloring. Now, I sat down for a little and thought, like, how do I want to do this video? Like, what is the best format? And after some thinking, I realized, like, when I watch coloring tutorials, I don't really look at their technique. I just want to see tips and things that will get me to where I want to go. So with that being said, I opted to not record the process because I feel like everyone has their own style for coloring. So ultimately, I feel like the best thing to do is just deliver tips, gems, and then like little things that have helped me. As far as showing you like how like I literally color it, I don't see the point of that. So before we get into today's video, like I've been saying, it's just going to be like tips. I have about, I think 5 tips for you guys. And if you see me looking over here, it's because I'm looking at my computer like always. And also I will be inserting pictures for things just to show you and give you visual representation. So if you want to learn some tips about coloring and so your color can come out as bomb as mine does, if I do say so myself, keep on watching. As you can see, like the color gradually fades into the new color, and you have some lowlights, some highlights, you have like dimension to the color, so you have all that jazz. So I'm just gonna give you guys some tips that have helped me and that has gotten me way better with coloring. So the first tip is to have your end goal in mind. Have your end goal in mind. So by what? Whoa, I'm getting really tongue twisted. By that, I mean, just know like literally as it says, just know what color you want in the end. Having that in mind, it really will help you as you're coloring, and you'll like refine your eye to see like, whoa, okay, this is going great. Whoa, okay, this is going wrong. So I knew like before I colored this wig, I wanted regular roots, okay, check. And I wanted brown, like a light brown, maybe with some blonde streaks and like with still some like dark brown. So I wanted like shades of brown and like dimension and all that. And that's exactly what I got because I had my end results in mind. So keeping those in mind as I was coloring, I continuously kept thinking about it. For example, my closure is, I bleached it the lightest, and then I have like some pieces in hair in here, as you can see, that is more of a darker brown. So I just have all my shades of brown and I have everything. So keeping your end goal in mind will really help you pay more attention to what you're doing and really see like, okay, let me stop, like this is not going as I'm planned, or proceed, like this is going great. So our next tip is gonna be mix dye into bleach. So here's just some pictures of what it looks like when you mix dye into bleach. I know you never would have thought that dye turned into this, but it did. But mixing your dye into your bleach cuts down the process. Now I've only ever done this for brown, so this is more so a tip for browns. I haven't really done it with actual color, so I can't really speak to that. But if you're going into the browns, the blondes, doing that will help you not only not over process your hair, lessens the chance because you're only doing one process, but it also helps with not getting like a brassy, like orangey tone. Like as you can see, I have no brassy or orangey tones in my hair. So I literally mixed the dye, bleach developer all together. I put it in the hair, and that was it. I didn't dye it again. I didn't do anything. Didn't have to go back and fix anything. The color came out perfectly. It is toned. It's not orange. It's not brassy. It's perfect. So mixing your dye and the bleach, especially for browns, because I do not know how that works with colors such as red, blue, purple, green, whatever the crazy colors you guys dye your hair. I don't know. So don't like go try this with a color and come back to my video like, oh my God, it didn't work. Again, I'm only speaking to browns and blondes. Browns and blondes, okay guys? Browns and blondes. Definitely mix your dye into your bleach. So the next tip we have is a moisture bag. I've talked about this in my previous video where I was showing you guys, not showing you guys, I did a second review to this hair company, so that will be linked in the cards if you want to see that. But a moisture bag, let's talk. So moisture bag, that's what I call them. is basically literally just a plastic bag, your hair, conditioner, and olive oil. So I do this for my hair when I dye it, even if whether it's over processed or not over processed. One of these bundles I did over process. The color was fine, but the hair looked like it was deep fried, okay? Whew, I wish I took pictures, but your girl was so frantic, I forgot to even stop and flick it up. So a moisture bag, I basically take the hair. I do not try to detangle it, any of that, because like the hair is in a fragile state. So we wanna add some moisture and some strength back in. So what we do is we take our plastic bag, as you can see in the picture right here, you take your plastic bag, you take your hair, you're gonna put a lot of conditioner. I'll insert a picture of my favorite conditioner, but any conditioner with a good amount of slip and that's good for detangling, perfect. So I use the Aussie conditioner, as you can see right here, with jojoba oil and avocado oil, I believe, but the picture will give you all the accuracy as it always does, because I can never, when I sit down to record, everything just leaves. But that, and then I drench it in olive oil like I'm eating a salad, like it's a lot of olive oil. So I will do that. I usually like to do my moisture bags for 48 hours at least. If you have good quality hair, 12 to 24 hours is fine. So then after that, I'll wash the hair out, but I will not wash it out with shampoo yet. So I like to let my olive oil sit on a little longer, just until I'm done making the wig, and then I'll go in and do a final wash with shampoo. But if you put enough olive oil in, if you try to wash it out with just water, all the olive oil will not leave, so your hair will look very like stringy, oily, and that's fine. I like to, like I said, I like to sew it down, and then I'll go and wash the olive oil out when it's into a wig. I only do that because I just want to get as much moisture back in as possible, and olive oil is great for doing that. So with that being said, that is why I leave it. That step is totally optional if you want, after the 12 to 48 hours, however long you decide to do the moisture bag, you can wash it out. Just make sure you wash it out with shampoo if you want the olive oil to leave. And as you can see, the hair definitely still has its natural luster, shine, soft, so the moisture bag works. And if you guys try out the moisture bag, make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know how it worked for you. DM me on Instagram. And don't forget to like this video, because I'm dropping gems for y'all. All right, my next tip I'm gonna go over is application. So how you apply the product matters. For example, if you want it lighter on the bottom and darker on the top, you're going to go top to bottom. So I'll usually like do the bottom because I want that to be the lightest, as you can see. I'll do the bottom, then I'll rake it through, just like make sure it's evenly distributed. Then I'll gradually move up till I get to my desired place. Another application tip is, if you do not, let me zoom in for you guys. So if you want it to gradually, like the colors to fade in as you get closer to the top, make sure you're using lighter strokes. So as you can see, my hair color literally like fades into the new color. And that is because as I get closer to the top, I use, like I said, lighter strokes. That way you can get a more like gradual fade in. You don't want harsh lines like this color, dark, light. You want it to gradually fade in, and you want it to just, you know, blend. Like, we love a color that blends, and by using lighter strokes, you're definitely gonna get that effect. Our last tip is to keep the root color in stock. I can't stress that enough. For various reasons. So for this color, I didn't have to, obviously I use a regular 1B, so I just kept the top undyed, so I didn't really need a root color as much, but I only used it for this wig because when I bleached the knots, I got a little bit of bleach on the hair, so I just went back in and put the root color on top as I was dyeing this. But that's one use for the root color. Another use is, let's say you're working with like a 613 hair and you're doing, I don't know, this color, but you want your roots, and you decide to do it on a 613 hair. Having your root color in stock is important. That way you can go back in and create your roots. Or even if you decide to dye this whole thing this color, you put it on, you're like, I'm not feeling it. I wish I had some roots. Keep your root color in stock and you can just create new roots. So let's say I ended up dyeing this whole thing this color, which I would never, but if I did, I would just go back in with, honestly, I would probably make it into a wig first just so I can see at that point how much I want it. Although I do like bleaching and dyeing on bundles just because it is easier. At that point, since I'm making a roots, I would probably do it as a wig just because I want to see how it lays on my head, just to see realistically how much I need. But, so I would just take it, like, let's say I want this much root. I would just take a toothbrush and go in and just go in with the root color dye and then just create my roots. But I really don't have that use for root color, but I'm sure a lot of you guys will. But for the most part, I usually just use it, like, let's say, I don't know, I touch a spot in the hair and I get some bleach on there, I'll do a spot treatment with the root color if I got bleach where I don't want it, or like if I not over bleach my knots, but if I accidentally get bleach on the actual hairs, so I have like a brown root, like a light brown, you know, like orangey root that you get when you get bleach on the hair while you're bleaching your knots. So annoying. I'll just go in with the root color and then just fix it, and it's fine. Like, these were definitely not this color before. They were definitely like light, so I just went with the root color, fixed it as I was doing this, and it was perfect. So those are my 5 tips, and that's all I have for you guys in terms of tips. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. I hope these tips help you. Definitely let me know in the comments down below if you tried any of these tips and how they might have improved your dyeing process. If you want to see more videos like this where I just give tips that have helped me along the way, definitely leave some comments down below for that too. And I will sit down and record more tip videos that will include pictures. If you want more hands-on tip videos, let me know too. I personally don't see like how beneficial that can be because, like I said, everyone has their own technique, and things where multiple techniques are fine, I usually shy away from doing like tutorials, because I know for me, like I was saying earlier, if I'm watching a dyeing video, I'm just looking for tips. I'm not looking for how to apply the dye, because I apply it how I want to apply it, period.